it's this past weekend, guys, for where we live was opening weekend of deer hunting, and some of us kind of crept out there where we lived. Unfortunately, it was extremely hot. We had full moon the night before, the day of, all 3 nights in a row. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah.
It was opening day, so
yeah,
even though
you got to get out there.
all the signs were bad, we had to go anyway, Rick. It was opening weekend. Can I have On the Hunt? I just need to hear that.
You know what? Yeah, absolutely you can. It was the week of testosterone as we would head out.
Where are they hiding at? Where are they hiding, Rick? Where?
Now,
where are they?
Now, I had no issue seeing deer. I just had issues seeing bucks. We saw all the deer you can stand. Matter of fact, where it was really cool this past weekend because my oldest son, my 2 older kids, and if we could all, we got one in Philadelphia going to college, one at Auburn playing football and going to college. So you don't see them near as much. So it was really cool that my oldest son was given the weekend off and at least had 48 hours and got to come home. And he said, sitting out in the woods sounds pretty good to me. And it was really great to have the 3 sons that are still here with me out together. Of course, we had a moment that we were, reflected on. We wish there was 4 sons all going out or spending the weekend together. But there was just something really special about it, regardless of the weather. We knew the weather wasn't good and all that. But and then my daughter's coming home for Thanksgiving. So those of you that have kids that have gone off to college or gone out into the world, anytime they get to come home, it's special. So we had a great time, and now we saw. Now, of course, we were sitting in shirtless because it was so hot.
Yeah,
but we saw, I guess the younger boys and I, and of course they turn into, I don't know who these kids are. One of them has shot 1 buck in their life, which was in October over in Georgia, and then the other has shot 1 doe. But they sat there being selective like they're Jackie Bushman. I'm like, guys, we got does coming out everywhere. It's apparent that it wouldn't hurt to have some of these taken. Hey, we need some meat, guys. Go ahead, take a deer. And no, Dad, we're waiting on a big buck. And so we saw where we set really honestly 20 plus does of every shape and size, but all does, and didn't see. And then I think for the whole group that went out, we were 40 plus does, and then I think that Dan Moultrie's daughter actually saw a 6-point and a spike, but those are only 2 bucks we saw. But we saw piles of does, but that was about it. But we had a great time, just being together. Riding in the truck together, talking, riding back. Fun. We went out to eat in full camo. I love to go out and eat in full camo on the way home. Should we have put it up and kept the scent off of it? But I just wanted us all to wear our camo because it felt so good to have it on.
Yeah.
And so we I
bet we probably didn't see 6 does total between all of us, some coyotes and, one thing and another, but it was pretty quiet. Same thing, just hot, but it felt so good to get back out there and just get in there amongst it and have a little fun. And although I was focused, Friday night I was pumped, and I came in Saturday morning with face paint on, ready to go, and didn't say a word to anybody, just asked them where they were going.
That's
and
so
they
good.
loved it. They loved
Face paint just adds to it, doesn't it?
Had my camo on.
Like Braveheart.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Did you go out, Greg?
No, I went to the ball game. I did see a doe on the side of the interstate, though, on the way to Chattanooga.
Speedy, what'd you do?
I had Tyler had therapy, and then I had a remote Saturday afternoon. So.
Oh, boy.
There's Bubba, by the way.
It was so hot.
Bubba's picture of the day today. Look at it on picture of the day.
I'm pointing out where everybody's going.
So
you got the map up there, the latest radar image.
Yeah.
From SATCOM. Ready to go.
I don't understand. So they
like Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
I want you to be
18.
Yeah, I'm a boy, but I'm a man. Hey, let me ask you this, Speedy, because I know how we all love the opening weekend.
So
of
you
deer
go
hunting.
vertical because of pine trees.
Yeah.
Vertical pattern.
Did you?
You got to know your pattern.
Yeah.
Did you? Were you secretly happy it was bad weather since you could see there was no way you could go?
It was.
Did
one
you
of those,
like the full moon and the hot weather? Going, well, I hadn't missed anything.
Well, it helped. Let's put it that way. It helped.
Now, it didn't help. Didn't little Norris call and say they had one on the ground early that day? No, that didn't help. Did I hurt?
Yeah, it did a little bit. But it was one of those things where you hope everybody does well.
No, you didn't.
Well, hold on.
Well, you did,
but not too well. But not too well, and the fact that the conditions and everything, it helped a little bit in the decision.
Right.
They didn't do you the way these guys do me. Every time somebody kills one, and I was supposed, hey, that's where we was going to put you, Greg.
Always.
But it really was the time.
Yeah, whatever.
No, the stand we were putting Greg in one year, my dad took his place, sat in the stand where Greg was going to sit, and shot a 10-point.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Biggest one he ever shot.
Yeah.
Plus, it did help too, knowing we did the church thing yesterday, and then after church, we had everything packed up, and Terry was introduced to hunting. She went out and sat with Tyler,
Interesting.
and I had
Did
JC.
you have face paint on?
She did not.
Okay.
But I had JC and Reese with me, and that was an interesting hunt because like you did, Rick, when you got two with you in the shooting house.
Yeah.
It's pretty interesting.
Well, I don't know who these kids are. They've shot one deer in their life. They've been given the green light to shoot anything they want to. No, Dad, I think I'm gonna pass on that one. I'm like, who are you?
They didn't want you to scream.
Reese,
at them.
Reese,
They
the
missed it.
6-year-old
they're
would
big,
want.
they're big trophy hunters.
Yeah.
Big buck.
When I was getting your text of hey, I can't get anybody to shoot. I laughed a lot because I can only imagine.
I should have gone.
I almost shot a stump just for practice.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I thought about that. Should I go ahead? Of course, I was only hunting with the little gun, but I love that little gun. That would have been fun.
Yeah.
So
you can only bring so much when you got two little ones. Just you're trying to make sure they're somewhat entertained, and you don't want to go out too early because then it's a long hunt. So you want to kind of time it down. It was kind of funny because JC was playing a game on my phone, but Reese, who I call the little hunter, he wanted Daddy's binoculars constantly, and he was so small that when he's looking through binoculars, he's looking up in the tree.
right,
And every time he'd look up in the tree, he goes, "Daddy, I think we got one coming in."
right.
And I would see the angle of where he's looking, and it would be the skyline.
Yeah.
And I'd like, "Really, buddy? Where did it happen?"
Here they come.
When I used to take
The flying
Tyler, when he
deer.
was that age, all he wanted to do was blow the grunt call the whole
Oh
time.
yeah, I hear that all the time. Dad, can we grunt? No, guys, it's not pre-rut here.
Yeah. And then we had 10 turkeys come in, and about every 2 minutes they would count them. Dad, we got 10 turkeys out here.
Yeah.
All right, buddy. They hadn't left.
At least we had a lot of action. Fun
Yeah.
day though.
10 turkeys, Katie.
If you leave us, have a good day. You got more Rick and Bubba. Stick around.
Rick and Bubba.